This is a fictional character and is 100% made up. All opinions are made up and have no bearing on reality and society. Everything said should be ignored and it should not be watched.
See how long it takes them to cancel me. Right, let's get into it.
Isn't it funny how men are always labeled for being misogynistic whenever they stand up for themselves? When I go on social media and I open my Instagram and I'm just like, let me see what's on here today. I see 90% of women say something negative about men, and only about 2% of men, and it's always the same men, say negative things about women. Men don't hate women the same way women hate men. Yet I never hear the word misandry come out anywhere. I only ever hear misogyny, misogyny, misogyny. Just because women are so vocal doesn't mean they have to lie and exaggerate on everything. Okay, thank you. Isn't it funny?
I'll tell you a mad one I've seen recently is a lot of women that are posting like what people are saying to them and stuff on dating apps and being like, oh my god, this person's done this. Oh my god, as if he thought he could connect with me even though I've swiped with them. You know, just exposing people. And I think it's just so in a way so they can show other people like, look, people want me. Things like that. I mean, I hate it right now out there.
Men do not need misogyny awareness classes in school. And if the
straight away, 1,000,000 fucking %. What was the I only get called out for this. There was that English film that just came out, the TV series. The boy won loads of awards where he ends up killing one of his female schoolmates, and it's all about little boy anger and all that shit. I mean, I know it's gonna get dropped on this one probably. Like, people like, I know like in schools and shit, they're getting like anti-Andrew Tate awareness courses. I mean, why not just letting boys be boys? You know, where's these where's this sort of stop being a fot in school programs, things like that. You know, that'd be more interesting.
Government in the UK are going to push this policy forward. Why aren't they going to balance this out with teaching young women that they can't keep calling anyone who disagrees with them a misogynist?
Call it.
When are we going to make it clear to young women that being sexist towards men is sexism in the same way that men being sexist to women is sexism? Because the basis for this policy is that the modern left and the Labour Party genuinely believe that the average teenage boy hates women and is about to go out and kill his classmates, when the statistics and the data around incels show that this is utterly inaccurate. Or they'll claim that it's because of domestic abuse, which is exactly why they say nothing about the fact that lesbian couples have the highest rate of domestic violence out of any relationship.
They do, and they got the highest divorce rate. I think it's like man and woman's 48, woman and woman's like 78, and gay couples is like 24%. So, two men in a relationship, that seems to be the safest bet forward, to be honest. But no, 100% agree with my man.
Group that the LGBTQ plus community experience higher rates of domestic violence than heterosexual relationships.
And the highest suicide rate, because they feel like, because it is a mental disability. And they think, if they're going to mutilate themselves, they think life's will become easier. When they realise it doesn't, they just stay upset.
But obviously we couldn't dare point out this research because scientific data conducted objectively by researchers is far right and homophobic, especially if it disproves the argument of somebody who has no idea what they're talking about, regurgitates sound bites they've heard from social media, and feels at their core that that data is wrong. And it's this idiocy and refusal to accept the truth that is actually causing the stigmatisation of men directly through policy, such as this. That the current approaches to men's mental health care are ineffective and causing more men to die by suicide than is necessary. Why? Because the approach we're taking at the moment is a female-centric approach.
Yeah, I always, any chance I can, drop it. Guys, check on your mates' men's mental health. It's so important, and I'll always say, always listen, ask twice. Are you okay? No. Are you okay? Ask twice. It's so important. And with men's mental health, anyone can. It's so well disguised. Okay, people hide it. Yeah, just check in on your boys and make sure everyone's cool. Yeah.
If anyone points that out, they're labelled as being anti-women, toxic masculine, or a misogynist. That nothing is being done about the fact that researchers have shown for over 30 years now that the current education system fails young men because their brains biologically develop later, and the current model of schooling is not suited to young men whose brains have not developed yet. Because obviously the fact that women used to be disadvantaged in education means that if we address that inequality men face, we have to reverse everything, and it means that women go back to the kitchen. And the bottom line of this is, we have a duty as human beings to teach others not to be misogynists and not to be misandrists. We have a duty to teach others not to beat their partners, whether they're gay, straight or lesbian. But we also have a duty as human beings to stand up against ideologically driven, factually inaccurate, hate-fueled policies targeted at young men by the modern left and the out-of-touch liberals who know nothing about the real world outside their echo chamber.
I mean, the biggest worry I find is that, I mean, if you look at any schools nowadays, they are predominantly dominated by the left. You know, left-wing teachers, all that, predominantly female profession. And, yeah, what that sort of stands up and, you know, demeaning young men. It's upsetting, man. It's upsetting.
Teenage boys are not the problem, they are
100%.
children. The problem is the modern left and left-wing government's insistence on stigmatising them for the sake of them appearing virtuous to each other. Even when that means demonising and attacking young boys, children, blaming them and claiming that they are the reason that these problems exist in society, not their own failure to provide policies that have helped them, not their own failure to provide them with good role models, not their own failure to realise that the more they continue to attack and demonise them, the more they are going to hate you. And as a young man, remember this, it is your duty to not be a misogynist, to respect women and to understand that the masculine and feminine are equal. But it is also your duty to embrace your masculinity and reject this bullshit that the politicians and the education system are trying to push on you. Yup.
Yeah, 100. Look. I know it's an old saying, so boys be boys, but it's so true. Do you mean, like, boys, look, it's okay to be immature. It's okay to be a dick. Don't be a dick. I think, look, that's just the old rule. Don't be a dick, and you know you can be yourself. Don't let anyone try and put you down for being a man, being a bloke. Just go out and do your thing, yeah.
I've literally heard women say, I hate men. Of course! Absolutely.
All the time.
And death to the patriarchy. Of course. All these things.
Wait a second. Death to the patriarchy means death to the societal structures in which give men more societal power than women for no reason.
What
How
power?
is hatred of men unless you think men ought to have that power because they are men? That is the only way you interpret it that way. So all I'm showing here is a lot of these ideas of what you think misandry is are just your misogynistic instincts and assumptions being exposed.
Sorry, boy.
It's a little 10-year-old boy! Don't cry! Don't do that!
Police arrest 10-year-old boy for shouting, "Who the F is Allah?" It's got serving AI, man. I hate this in the comments here. Shouldn't be shouting racist slurs. How's that a racist slur? I hate the fact that how race is a... You know what I'm saying. How the hell is that racist to go against a religion? This is despicable, isn't it? It's disgusting.
I was speaking to my friend this morning and we were sharing all of the horrific experiences.
I was like to try and guess them before. Why men don't have empathy for women? I mean, we do. We do. Things like we respect women, we love women. Do you know what I mean? We go out, we fight wars, we die for women. Do you know what I mean? We go work X amount, 40, 50 hours a week non-stop for women. We love women. What we don't have empathy for is this new virtual sequeling, and we end up being made a monk out of.
Experiences we'd had with our abusive ex-boyfriends, and the common theme that kept...
And also, you say your ex-boyfriend. Was it Cat Williams? He said it absolutely best. He was like, you know, maybe your pussy ain't shit. Maybe it's the men that you are luring in, are the dickheads out there. So don't cast us all the same.
Cropping up again
Dickhead.
and again was a denial not just of our feelings, but of our humanity.
Oh, I got to 4
Which
without
is a
needing one.
manifestation of a lack of empathy. And it made me think about how men are socialised to treat women this way, and the fact that throughout history, men have been socialised not only to view women as objects for their own gratification,
Not true.
but to hate and punish women who express emotion. Whether that's applying them with sedatives, getting them.
I always say, I'm new to this, yeah. I hate it when people, they cut and cap. Do you know what I mean? They can't stop videos to get it for the perfect take, the perfect angle. I feel like if you can't say it live, raw, there and there in the moment, it's not your opinion. You've gone and done your research. Do you know what I mean? You've gone, you stopped, and keep going and keep going. Like I don't like cutting any of these. Like just otherwise, do you know what I mean? If I end up making myself look like a dickhead, I make myself look like a dickhead. Like I don't know if you know, I'm a comedian full time. You got to say so. You say it with fucking conviction.
Sectioned or lobotomized, disqualifying them from public office because they're too hysterical, or disregarding their pain because they're too emotional. In every single realm of both public and private life, men have been taught to not have empathy for women. They've been taught
The stop and start's pissing me off.
to view them as accessories to their own life, whether that's for sexual or reproductive labour, and that when a woman expresses emotion, not to approach it with compassion and empathy, but to view it as a problem to be discarded or shut down.
Is this bitch mad? I ain't lucky any empathy for you, love. Fucking hell. I used to say, I'm single at the moment, but, you know, when my girlfriend was crying, I was like, I cuddled her, made sure she was okay. Wanted to protect her. I weren't like, bitch, stop crying. It's the boys you've got, love. It's the boys you've got.
And many of women's emotional expressions that are penalised by society
Penalised,
are just a response to abuse and oppression, and therefore recognising the validity of these emotions would threaten the status quo. But I think there's another element to men's need to shut women's emotions down. Emotions are a disruption to the dehumanisation of women. They disturb the illusion that they are an object that exists for men's gratification. It
pisses me off. Why do you keep looking at her? She's got a fly on the wall.
A doll, a hole, to a living human being deserving of dignity and respect. The point I'm making is that a lack of empathy is central to abuse, and when society teaches men that women's emotions are...
I hate this shit. Listen, love, I ain't listened to a fucking word you've said, in all honesty. I'm just hating the fact you keep stopping and starting. You're obviously reading from the screen. Fucking, go make eye contact with me, love. There you go. You read the screen and look up at the sky and then back of the screen. And back again.
View women as human,
and back again. Dickhead.
And that is the gateway to abuse. I was speaking...
I didn't listen to a word you were saying, in all honesty. I'm not going to lie. Oh.
This guy just cracked the duck's neck, bro. Taking it.
Fuck. 100% wrong. The thing is, I've seen all in the notes here, yeah, in the comments, like, you're not going to stop him, and you're not going to say anything, you know, just all that rather content on YouTube and stuff. Like, back in the day, I used to be chivalrous, I used to be a hero, used to try and stand up, you know, for people. People carry weapons now. People carry knives. This brother is not, you know, mentally stable. You don't know what if he's going to go up and snap a swan's neck. What's he going to do to me? Like, I know it's broken Britain, 1,000,000%. Like, I ain't getting stabbed for that. Dickhead though.
Do you know what the biggest joke of the century is? The fact that women
Your
are allowed to
ab-raps.
body shame men, but the moment a man says that he prefers a woman who's a bit slimmer, he prefers a woman who's a certain height, they're immediately shamed for saying anything about a woman at all. Why is it that women get special treatment and protection in society, but men don't? And then women still complain about it and say that they get no benefits and that men get all the benefits because men created the system. Make it make sense, ladies. If you want to have all this extra validation and you want to have all this extra affirmation, then you need to understand that men deserve that as well, or otherwise what you're asking for is simply not doable and is too much. Do you know what
I
the
like
biggest
her.
joke of this?
And also, the one I always heard this thing. Men created society for women. We made all this convenience for women. I was at, you know, like, suffragette movement, you know. Who gave women the right to vote? Just ask yourself, who gave women the right to vote? Men. We gave them the right. They want to go in the workplace. We've done this all for them. We've catered and pandered since the dawn of man. We were the, do you know what I mean? We were the hunters. They were the gatherers. We've risked everything for women. I like this one.
Not doable and is too.
Men are physically stronger than women, but sexually subservient to women, and that is such a weird dynamic. That's like
real
nature's way of keeping the balance. Yes, we have brute strength. Yes, we are physically stronger, but the sexual balance tips in the favor of women. And that is such a dangerous dynamic. It can be a dangerous dynamic. Like, let me tell you a story that further like drives home this point. So years ago, yeah, I was in the office with a contracts manager. It was just me and him after working hours. We were talking about getting work done, just talking about life, Wimbledon, family. He inquired about my family at the time. I was like, yeah, I've got a partner and two kids. I was like, what about you? He's like, oh, I'm divorced. I can't stand women. Then he started letting off on women, saying all of these things, and this went on for about 10 minutes. And then in the end, he was like, oh, I just pay him to leave now. I was like, whatever do you mean, man? You know when someone's saying crazy stuff, you have to side out.
Yeah, that other guy, I like this Don, he's calm. But the other one, yeah, men are broken. A lot of men are broken, and they will put their hate the wrong way. But once again, you can't tarnish everyone with the same brush.
Them like, he was like, oh, I just pay them to leave now. I was like, what do you mean you pay them to leave? And he showed me about Viva Street. This is how I came to learn what Viva Street was. Now, if you don't know what Viva Street is, keep your innocence, trust me. Then all of a sudden, his face lit up when he was talking about Viva Street, and I'm looking at him thinking, you wouldn't imagine that the same women he's talking about now that he's so excited were the same women he was talking about 10 minutes ago when he had all this acid and all of this thing. He's like, yeah, look, showing me all these pictures. I just looked at him like, it's so weird. Like, you hate women so much, but you're still sexually attracted to them. At some point, you have to kind of satisfy that attraction by any means necessary. And that is, can you as a man, can you not imagine how messed up that is?
That is messed up. I remember. My uncle said to me when I was about 19, he was like, if you can drive it, fly it, or fuck it, rent it. It's cheaper in the long run.
You having something that somebody who is physically stronger than you is willing to take from you violently. That's how a lot of women feel a lot of the times. And us as men, we cannot understand that because we are thinking from our man brains. And this is not to say that men do not also go through things that women cannot understand. That's sort of the larger point. And it kind of makes all of these gender wars kind of pointless. Because we will never understand each other unless we give each other the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, when a woman says this, I might not understand it as a man, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and understand that I cannot understand it, but it doesn't mean that it's not true. And women can most certainly do the same. But if you go by the discourse online, we are just, both parties are just kind of hell-bent on misunderstanding each other. And that is so counterproductive. It's never going to lead anywhere good, in my opinion. But as a man, number one, as a man who has women in his life who he loves, number two, as a man with daughters, there's so many, these are things you have to kind of think about, trust me.
Yeah, 100 agree. And I don't understand half the stuff women say, understand, but it's just the way it is. Like, star signs, never understood. Like, the crystals, never understood. I know Pokemon's come back in now, man. I used to love Pokemon. I don't understand it, just accept it, but as long as it's not shitting on me, I don't really give a shit.
Misandry upholds patriarchy. Let's talk about it. Misandry, although a justified reaction to misogyny, is actually counterproductive to feminism. Patriarchy is built by hatred and division, which feminism seeks to dismantle, and in order to dismantle such an oppressive structure, one can't use the same tools used to build it. Not only that, but the insults used against men are repackaged misogyny, which only enforce the fact that the worst thing a man can be is anything like a woman, feminine and inferior.
100%.
Some misandrists, who really do hate men because they're male, seem to not understand that bioessentialism is the reason for her oppression in the first place, and that trying to reverse it only reinforces it. If one believes that the oppressor is inherently evil, one has to accept their oppression as a product of their biology, and that freedom from such oppression is impossible. To believe that the oppressor is inherently evil because of their biology means that there is no hope for freedom or a chance of liberation unless the oppressor is genetically altered, which in patriarchy would never happen. Repackaging stereotypes and insults used against women towards men only reinforces the fact that a man being anything like a woman is degrading. It's ironic how the same group of people, misandrists, hate their oppressors but use the same tools and even uphold their beliefs for them.
And go one step
fact,
further.
Kate Millett, in her book Sexual Politics, talks about how men's houses in Melanesia would call younger men who haven't joined the house yet a wife. Using the female status as a derogatory term helped breed competition between the men to avoid being seen as the weaker link. And also to avoid being seen as the inferior in the group. And the perfect comparison for the inferior in the group
her eyes
would
will
be
scare me a
inferior
little
in
bit.
society, woman. Misandrists repackage this perfectly when they accuse abusive, violent men of being gay, a group typically looked down upon because they're too feminine, too woman-like. This upholds the patriarchy in more than one way, but that goes into a lot of feminist theory, which I will be making another video about.
I just don't give a fuck about. I mean, like the one I always say, me and my mates, still to this day, we're like, oh, shut up, that's gay. Oh, you being a fag, all that. Like, am I, like, do you know what I mean? We all just use terminology just to be silly and just to rip on each other. Does that mean we're hating? No, not at all. Not at all. But, you know, like, they'll package it and use it whatever they want.
If I've got this right, the UK gave citizenship to a man whose name literally translates to jihadi from Syria.
Jihadi, the money.
From the British people, he was arrested for rape. A British judge thought it was appropriate to give him bail and let him back out on the streets. While on bail, he slaughtered Jews at a synagogue on the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. I'm done. I'm done with the euphemisms. I'm done with the crocodile tears.
I'll tell you now, in the UK, listen, we have failed the Jewish community. We have failed the Jewish community. And it's appalling what they've had to go through. It is appalling, and like, yeah, I just it's shocking what they've gone through, and all we seem to be doing is defend, oh, anti-Islamists, can't be racist, all that. Well, this is happening to them. It's I apologise. Much love to the Jewish community.
Done with the calls for unity, I'm done being told not to hate, and I'm done skirting around uncomfortable truths. So let's listen. Uncomfortable truth 1. Multiculturalism hasn't merely failed, it has embedded sectarian violence on the streets of the UK and cost countless lives.
Look, we tried integration, all that. It hasn't worked. And I hate when people all like, oh, what about, going to your Chinese, your Indian restaurants, all that. So what? Look, immigration's absolutely fine. Illegal immigration's the problem. Asylum is the problem. We don't need it. We need to start putting ourselves first. And what I love so much, by saying that, you're now deemed a racist. You're now deemed far right if you want to put your people first. Yeah, make it make fucking sense.
Most recently, the lives of Adrian Daubly and Melvin Kravitz in Manchester. Again, strength and love to their families. Uncomfortable truth 2, diversity is not our strength, it has never been our strength, and in fact it has now become our greatest weakness economically and culturally. And I'm yet to hear any coherent argument for its value that doesn't default to, well, we get good restaurants out of it, which isn't good enough justification for complete cultural and social fracture. And besides, we've got the recipes now anyway. Uncomfortable truth 3.
Uncomfortable truth number 3. Gonna throw it out there. Gonna get the hate. Chicken tikka masala is the best curry dish out there, invented by the Brits. Just gonna throw that one out there and let the hate commence.
Islamism is a cancer on the UK.
Yep.
And more citizens will die as a result of appeasing it. We need to say these uncomfortable truths loudly, and whilst we still can. Islamophobia laws are coming, ladies and gentlemen, as the great Christopher Hitchens predicted 16 years ago.
It is very urgent business, ladies and gentlemen, I beseech you. Resist it while you still can, and before the right to complain is taken away from you, which will be the next thing.
100%. Why do you think I put that fucking annoying thing at the beginning of every single one of my videos? Oh, this is a fictional character, all that. Otherwise, they'll lock me up. They'll lock me up for speaking the truth, for speaking my mind. It's crazy. The UK is done.
You can't complain because you're Islamophobic. The term is already being introduced into the culture as if it was an accusation of race hatred, for example, or bigotry, whereas it's only the objection to the preachings of a very extreme and absolutist religion. Watch out for these symptoms. They are just symptoms of surrender.
I've watched that clip so many times and it gets more poignant with every watch. Let me see if I've got this right.
Remember this moment, take a close listen to what this guy, representing the Stand Up to Racism group, what he says.
Stand up to racism. I wonder if I could ask any of the people with this sign, excuse me, sir. I'm just being harangued here. Oh dear, it's become...
It's mad how they never want to talk. You know what I mean? They never want to talk. Because once again, their opinions, for some reason, beat the facts.
Just gonna get on the other side of the police line, Michelle. The police are... Excuse me, what do you mean, what do you mean our side, sir?
Did you hear that? So when a reporter goes and talks to that group of people, you heard the words there, stop trying to invade. So a lone single female reporter simply doing a job and asking questions, they deem that as an invasion, but they don't deem the invasion when it's tens of thousands of men breaching our borders as what I would argue illegal migrants, absolute morons.
I can answer that for you because they are such pathetic soy boy. Fucking, I always said so. Was it like it's like the bad sea of sperm won the race and got to the egg? Like, yeah, they're just they're scared of what one single reporter. I mean, like, oh look, the thing is, what I love, it goes on to the other side. Anyone will gladly talk freely, But you know, they create their own little safe little soy bubbles, and you know, no one's allowed in. It's their way. You know, they all sit around, little circle jerks, tell each other how good they are. It's fucking pathetic.
Stop trying.
Does someone with a penis have a right of entry to a woman's refuge?
No.
Does someone with a penis have a right to entry to a woman's refuge?
However they identify.
Yes, if they identify as a trans person, they've been a trans person for a long time.
No, let me get this. I think, if I'm correct here, this is the new Green Party's leader. And what a fucking weird, what a soy, like, I say, like, look, I'm a comedian, I do the circuit across the country. I've got trans mates. If I ever knew they were going into fucking boys' toilets and stuff, I'd call them out on the spot. That ain't right, that ain't normal. Like, especially when this one's going on about women refuge. Their safe space from what they've had experience with domestic violence and all that. Chaz will go, it's not right. It's not right. And I challenge anyone to you know, give me a logical reason how it should be acceptable.
Everyone's comfortable with it, and
as well as I do, that most women in that situation.
So real quick, I can go put on my old feminist Karen wig there that Barry the Skeletons were rocking, and I can just go anywhere I want. I can pretend and just go walk into anywhere I want and just say, oh no, I'm a woman, I'm allowed here. Let me flop my cock out, oh, I'm a woman. Just, I mean, can someone please, because clearly I'm not smart enough to understand this, can someone dumb it down for me of how this is acceptable? Please dumb it down for me and tell me how, if you're a bloke, you've got a cock, or you might have had the change, but if you are a man, you're born a man, how can you go into these places? Dumb it down for me, please. Make it make sense.
Because they're there because of violence towards them, they would not feel comfortable with a biological man, however they show themselves, however they identify themselves, with a penis being in that refuge. You seriously think
what the return of that argument is? Should we have?
I don't want the return of the argument.
No, but then you're going to put a man who has now become a trans woman in a refuge with women.
But no one fucking told this bloke to do that. You stupid prick. I can't jump in. I can't fucking mutilate myself, do that, and then expect, you know, special treatment. No one told you to chop your dick off, mate. You made that decision. So why should I pander to you? Fucking soys.
You're going to say, if you're trans, you have to have always a third space, so you can't quite be a man or can't be a woman. When
yeah, we used to have a third space, didn't we? What were they called? Oh yeah, mental asylums. That's the badger.
Well, I think that's what most people do think.
I don't think that is what most people think. I think most people think just let people get on with their lives. And in fact, when we see polling, people are a lot more concerned about protecting the NHS, lowering people's bills and putting food on the table. And I think the trans wars often become a culture war.
Does someone with a penis have a right?
I hate him. Like, how is this good for anyone to pander to this mental illness? I'm giving him too much time. Fucking dildo.
It's going to shock you, so please just strap in at home. A single halal butcher sponsored 918 visas between 2021 and 2023. Does that shock you? Well, you might not know the full, mind-blowing, truly unbelievable, supposedly skilled jobs list that can get you a visa into the UK. So strap yourselves in, hide your TV remotes, because you're going to internally combust when I read this out to you. Bear in mind, this list gets progressively worse the longer I read it. I've got it here for you. Drama teachers. These are people who can come over to the UK on a skilled worker visa. Drama teachers. Librarians. Social media influencers. Pilates teachers. Yoga teachers. Garden designers. Cycling instructors. Hairdressing and beauty salon managers. Ironically, we've also got careers advisors coming over here. Also, ironically, job centre officers, political canvassers. And here is where it really starts to sting a bit. Equality, diversity and inclusion managers. What sort of skills do they have?
That's the one. Okay, look, obviously fuck all these ones. It's a complete joke, you know. But I like one thing about when Reform get in there, they are going to change this. They've got to.
Grocery shoppers. And get this. Bingo hall managers. Trolley collectors. The people who take your trolleys outside the supermarket. And tool makers. Although I believe that job may already be taken by somebody. This country has become an astonishing joke. We've been lied to over and over again by politicians who swear they're cracking down on migration, both legal and illegal. The numbers are coming down, they say. But somehow, trolley collectors are now classified as skilled migrants. So let that sink in. Trolley collectors, skilled workers on sponsored visas. Our elected officials are laughing at you and me. Instead of training or hiring British people, they're importing foreign labour for jobs any one of us could do. They are undercutting wages and turning this country into a cheap labour market. What exactly is the skill in pushing trolleys? Because I can't figure it out. Maybe one of you can write into your say here and tell me. And while we're at it, what unique essential ability do diversity, equity and inclusion managers possess, DEI managers, that makes them so indispensable to the United Kingdom?
We're getting rid of them.
It is insulting. This list of skilled jobs should be a short, focused set of roles we genuinely cannot fill in this country.
STEM jobs, medical jobs.
Of course, because it's Britain in 2025, it's a bloated bureaucratic farce packed with everyday, low-wage jobs that millions of Brits are more than capable of doing. Your kids studying at university, jobs they might want to do to make some money, they'll be gone to a skilled migrant abroad. And you, watching at home, your jobs are probably on that list too, because it took me almost 15 minutes to get to the bottom of that list, reading it line by line. Every single job you could imagine is on that list. I'm sick of being treated like a mug. I'm sure most of you are at home too.
100% agree with my man. Security here, fuck me.
So we're in a migrant hotel.
No way! Look at these jumpers, what the fuck? What's going on in here? Why are you in here? We've got guys to come over.
Calm down, don't calm down, relax.
What's coming in? What's going on in here? What's going on?
Wow, these are lovely rooms.
These are banging rooms, man.
Yeah.
What's going on in here? This is mad. Do you speak English? Or how long have you been in this country? Yeah. How long have you been in the UK? No English? Yeah, you got to be careful. How long have you been in the UK? We're not here to cause any alarm and distress. We're here to ask you how long you've been in the UK. That's what we're here to ask you.
You can't be in people's rooms.
So how long have you
How are you anyway, brother? You okay?
Only 7 days.
Where are you from originally?
Amsterdam.
So
Sudan. You fled from war there, yeah? Fled from the civil war there. You fled from war. Yeah, I spoke to Sudan geezer before. I had a good interview with him at the migrant hotel in.
You know what I say? Where are all the women and children?
We're not here to cause trouble. Relax. Peace. Peace. But all I'm asking you is how long you've been here in the United Kingdom. How much time? 2 days? Okay. Right. 3 days? You here? How long?
His English is bad, bro. It's one of them. You have to find.
What about your friend?
His English is alright.
Well, people will be looking for us right now. We need to keep moving. We'll just find something.
Alright, look,
Thank you very much. Speak to us.
I'm torn on this one. Look, am I 1,000,000% against this? 100%, okay? Of course I'm against it. Can I blame them? No. Do you know what I mean? Look, if we're the dickheads and we're going to allow it, why are they not going to take advantage of it? Do you know what I mean? Why would they not take advantage of how weak of a country we are? Like, do I think it's wrong? Joey left the women and children behind, everything like that. Yep, 100% think that's wrong. But we're the dickheads who are giving it all for free. We are the dickheads. So, like, you know, it's the government, not these people.
It's gonna.
No.
You want to know why men don't talk about their feelings? Because when a man tells a woman how he feels, then the woman's gonna react with some way about how she feels about him telling her how he feels, and then he's gonna end up having to console her for how she feels, for him telling her how he feels, when in reality he just wanted to feel understood, and now he has to take care of her feeling, not get any consideration or understanding for him trying to explain to her how he felt. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, 100% right. Yeah,
men don't
so
talk about their
always
feelings
make it
because-
about them. Oh, this is the ginger brother, innit? He got kicked out of Big Brother for saying something. Don't know, I'm annoyed that I knew that.
I'm a liberal guy as well. I mean, here we go. I'm anti-war. I'm anti-gun.
Oh, no, I say, no matter how far left you are, you're always right-wing to someone.
I'm pro-choice abortion. I'm vegetarian. I love the environment. I'm not some right-wing fascist by any means.
Sound like me.
Yeah, well, this is. I think.
Well, the cuts
it's
are
like
bullied on
Piers
this.
Morgan. Everyone seems to hate Piers Morgan, and I think that's a sign of a good journalist. Because if you're loved by any one side, you're biased. If you've got a bit of this and a bit of that, that's the melting pot, please. That's where you've got to be. Because there is reason to think more liberal, there is reason to think more conservative. So if you've got a bit of a balance, and you're not wholly on one side or another, I think you've got your head screwed on.
Yeah.
So, I'll meet you halfway, Andrew. I'm a liberal.
Tell me the disagreement.
It's basically.
Oh, I like this guy. His name's Caleb. He well, basically, yeah, he looks like America's people in America who's got like bad high debts, bad finance, and yeah, just rinses them. Love this guy.
Cars. She doesn't think used cars work. It's all new. It needs to be new.
Yeah. And you?
Used cars are fine. You can get a good used car.
What's the disagreement specifically, though? What's the argument?
That we have to get new cars because we drive too much.
What's the argument? Is because we drive too much, it has to be new. There's no.
No. The thing is, you're a little soy, mate. If I can stand up to it, look at the fucking bitch face attitude she's got during this whole thing.
Further in-depth discussion.
Just
There's no point within that.
She says that we need new cars because we drive too much.
Hey, by the way, I will say we're about to jump into the finances, but I want to know. He specifically said you refuse to get used cars, and the only argument you have is because you drive a lot.
Yes.
And that's all you have. What are the details of this argument? I would like to hear any
Okay.
points other than.
So we live in like off of Fort Myers. We live in Lehigh. So we are about 10-15 minutes from the highway, but everything in Lee County is minutes or like every mile per mile. So you're looking at 15 minutes, 15 miles. So we drive 40 miles to work and back.
Oh no, you commute.
And
40 minutes to work doesn't seem too bad. I mean, I'm from London, like, is that bad? 40 minutes to get to and from work?
40 minutes. That's like a third of my employees. Welcome to a city.
No, it's literally the amount of miles that we are driving, not the traffic. There's no traffic.
Very good.
It's
So
just
buy a
miles. We're driving
low
100 miles a day.
drive
5 days
low
a week.
mileage used car instead of putting yourselves in literally
tried
6
it
figures
already
of debt.
before.
I've tried talking to her about it all the time, and she doesn't.
$15,000 Chevy Traverse when I
You
when
got
we were
a car and didn't vet it correctly with multiple mechanics, correct?
No, it didn't even last 30 days. We had
Did
to
you
turn it
take
into the
it
dealer.
to multiple mechanics?
No.
Then you f***ed it. That's you.
How?
You didn't take it to multiple mechanics before you purchased it.
How are we supposed to take it to the mechanic
You
before
get a
we
slip to go take it to a mechanic. I forgot the off the top of my head, because obviously we're filming this live to us, the name of that slip specifically, but yes, you can take it to multiple mechanics, independent.
I know that I was 19 or 20, so I don't really...
Angela, I know nothing about cars, okay? I know nothing about cars. My dad left when I was about 6. You know, I know Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive off by heart, but I don't know how to put gas, fucking air into a tyre. I don't know. But I do know every time I bought a car, go get it checked out. Because car salesmen are dodgy fuckers.
You're basing something off of 6-7 years ago?
No, but she's still...
It's just more about the used car situation, just because now we drive... No.
Yes, you didn't take it to a mechanic! You f***ed it! You didn't do your due diligence. No You got would have thought.
I didn't think about it like that then. I never liked used cars.
Well, think about it now, because you guys are 6 figures in debt, which is insane.
And it's mostly
I'm
cars.
gonna defend that.
Huh?
I'm gonna defend that.
You're gonna defend 6 figures in debt for depreciating assets.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's usually like...
What is the, people help me out on this. It's like a car depreciating in value, like 30-40% the second it goes from 0 to 1 mile or something. Like, I've never ever bought a new car. Never ever bought a new car. It's always been fucking second, third, fourth, fifth hand cars. They do the job. You know, they get you from A to B.
A part of a mortgage.
It's
like half a
entitlement.
mortgage.
Yeah.
You also get yeah, it's called pre-purchase inspection.
Mm-hmm. Didn't know about that.
You're a thick
Well,
ass
you do now,
bitch.
so let's do that and get rid of these.
Kind of hard
you
to
can't
when we're
afford that.
negative.
It depends how negative. We'll find
15.
Well, we'll find out, because 15...
I hate
you
her.
got
15. I hate her so much.
One's a lease.
Yeah, let's jump into... One's a lease. Great. Wonderful.
But men have to stay being men. They can't just do everything women want them to do. So here's an example. A man, his girlfriend says, oh, you're busy doing the computer, you're busy watching TV, we should be sharing together, doing things together. He wants to please her. So he starts talking about his day, they start having conversation, whatever. Well, what happened is he doesn't take time apart. See, when a man comes home, the biggest complaint women have is, oh, he comes home, he ignores me. He watches a football game, or he reads a newspaper, he spends time alone on the computer.
It's time to
She's
choose,
going,
I'm
why
right.
isn't he interested in me? Why is he sitting on that couch ignoring me? Well, there's a reason for that. Young men don't know that reason. Women just go, you shouldn't be doing that. If you go to these poor people in the Scandinavian countries, there's no passion at all, because men are feminized. Men are taught, hey, I've been working all day, you should be working with me. And so if the man works hard during the day, he uses up his testosterone. See, women can't understand this. A man uses up his testosterone, he has to rebuild his testosterone. How do you rebuild testosterone? You relax. But men have to stay being men. They can't just...
Black fatigue is definitely a real thing, and it is so much deeper than just dysfunction. People are tired of being blamed for the dysfunction that is coming.
Most men don't cheat because they've found somebody prettier than you. They cheat because of how they feel when they're with you. Even the so-called good women lose men this way. A man can have a loyal, attractive, hardworking partner at home, but if he constantly feels disrespected, dismissed, or emasculated, he will start searching for the one thing he's starving for: admiration.
I'll be real. No matter what you say, I'm 100% against cheating. I've been cheated on. I've had a bad past with someone cheating on me, and I do it in my comedy. Talk about it quite frequently. Look, if you're not happy, break up. Break up. Don't go looking elsewhere whilst you're in a relationship. It's scummy. It's tacky and it's fucking vile. Like, I'm from a broken house that was because of cheating. Never do it. Look, like I say, if you don't feel appreciated, break up. Don't cheat.
Men don't crave perfection. They crave a place where their masculinity is celebrated, never attacked. Every sarcastic jab, every public eye roll, every time you make him feel like he's not enough, you are suffocating the oxygen that keeps him loyal to you. Cheating isn't always about sex. It's about relief. Relief from feeling small. Relief from living with someone who makes him feel like a burden instead of a man. It doesn't excuse betrayal, but it explains why being a good woman isn't just enough. Respect, softness, polarity are what make him stay. So ask yourself, girls, do you want to be the woman who looks good on paper or the woman he cannot imagine living without ever?
I'm going to call this one a little bit. I think more care about paper. Hence all the all the Instagram posts, all that. They like to have a false perfect life, but on social media, their life looks amazing, all that. When in reality, it's a different story.
Men don't leave the best sex or the prettiest face. They leave the energy that makes them feel unwanted. Most men don't cheat because they've found
the number one thing your man needs from you, and if this doesn't come from you, he'll look for it elsewhere. By the way, I'm Ashley Lima, and I teach women how to bring out the alpha in their man. So if you like stuff like that, follow me. Okay. Now, if your man doesn't
I'm rocking it so far.
He will go looking for it somewhere else. Not necessarily in another woman, but in work, in hobbies, in his friends, because something inside of him is starving. The easiest way to meet this need is simply by the way you speak. When we nag, complain, and criticize, what he's hearing is, "You're not enough. You have failed, and I do not appreciate you." That pushes him away and tears down your home. But when we speak with softness and kindness, even the simple please and thank yous or greeting him when he comes home, he feels that on a deep level. Honor and respect. He needs this like food and water. And a wise woman knows this is her secret superpower. Your words can either rot his bones or be the wind in his wings. If you want to start becoming the woman who builds her home up instead of tearing it down, click the link in my bio for access to my
I have a brilliant idea. I think the Liberals should get together and...
10 seconds in. Not with that. 3 seconds in. This is going where I think it's going. I love this woman already. Okay?
Go to Gaza. Because I keep seeing free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. In my comments, it's quite annoying. If you want free Palestine, go there. Okay? Just go. You know what? Why do you guys go there? Vlog it. Vlog the whole trip. Come with me, we're going to Gaza. I need the whole entire trip vlog. And if you guys make it back, we'll think about helping the kids too.
You've just cut out the middleman and you're commodifying the female body. There's nothing empowering about that.
Here's my question to you. Why is it not degrading to get naked for your husband if it's degrading to get naked for public men? Because you assume your husband's more likely to respect you. Because your husband is the man in your life most likely to beat, rape, and murder you. Your husband's the man in your life who 58% of the time is going to cheat on you.
My only worry is that what it's become is a kind of genuine career path for a lot of young girls who might look at this and think, all I need to do is set up an OnlyFans account, take my clothes off, and a bunch of guys will pay money to watch me do my thing in a webcam or whatever it is.
A British philosopher once said, you can't spread your butthole on a Saturday and then expect to be treated as a professional on a Monday.
You've just cut out the middle.
Look, well, I was saying my piece on OnlyFans. Look, I fucking hate it. I think it is the devil of the West, and it is eroded our society. Being said, it's a get rich quick. It's Joe, what I mean, cheat mode enabled. Like, the money they can make doing it, they haven't got the morality, and they don't care. I mean, I feel sorry for, down the line, like their kids and stuff like that. I feel sorry for their parents, 100%. I hate the fucking men who buy this. You are the problem in society. You weak ass bitches who go out and buy this content and fucking endorse these people. You are the worst of worst. You are the scum of the scum. People who go out and buy this stuff.
Will you apologise to hundreds of thousands of Londoners that you've just called far right for protesting this weekend? You say nothing.
Do you know what's funny? I start my comedy set. I'm from London. I did a gig in Essex last night. I started my set, and do you know what? When you do comedy, the hardest bit is you open and you close. Start off strong. And I've started my set with, Can I get 3 cheers for the Labour government? Boo! Can I get 3 cheers for Sadiq Khan? Boo! Everyone fucking shouts at it. And I'm like, oh, all right, you far right pricks. Everyone cracks up laughing because we know what a joke this guy is. He is a clown in a suit.
About the thousands who get arrested at Palestine Action protests. You say nothing about the 400 plus people who were arrested this year at Notting Hill Carnival, the stabbings, the deaths and the rapes. So will you apologise? Because yes, there was violence against the police. No one is saying that's okay. That is not okay. But there's conflicting reports about who actually committed that violence, and some reports say it was actually by stand up to racism and anti-protesters. So will you
They are the fascists.
to British Londoners, which is part of our diversity? We're such a brilliant, diverse capital because all you ever do is disagree with people and call them far right. Why are they far right? Is it because they love the Union Jack? Is it because they love this country?
Okay, I think you've answered the question now. Thank you very much.
Oh.
If you would like to take a seat, thank you.
The second question. Look, I think our flag is something that should be a symbol of unity, not a symbol of hatred. And I've been quite clear. There were tens of thousands of...
Right.
There were tens of thousands of people at the march on Saturday who were not far right. But the march was organised by the far right. We can't run away from the fact that Stephen Yatty Lennon organised the march. He's a far right activist and a violent racist with a string of criminal convictions. You can't escape the fact that on the platform, Elon Musk was on the platform on the big screens. What did Elon Musk say? You either fight back or you die. That's the truth. Also the platform was a French politician who's been convicted for racial hatred. Also was a Spanish influencer who said the government taking our money and financing, and I quote, the great demographic replacement of our nation. Also, by the way, was a Dutch far-right commentator with a t-shirt saying generation, we migration. Also was a far-right Belgian politician. By the way, they don't mind foreigners if they're racist. It's only when they're people of colour that they're like foreigners.
This guy's a joke.
Mr. I'm sure you can go on, but we do also have to get to the other questions that were asked and allow the other assembly members to ask.
And the third question, look, sir, you will...
Oh, what an absolute joke. Right. Do you know what? I'm one of them. I've been one for the last 3 months. Lost, I think, about 15 kilos. My mental health's good. I'm spending more time with my family. I'm loving spending time with my niece. Spending time with my dogs. Just being free. And, yeah, I couldn't be better. Couldn't be better, in all honesty. Like, yeah. I don't know what else there is to say about that. I'm chill, brother. I don't know what it's like little cuck energy you're trying to give off, mate. But like, you know, no girlfriend, okay? No side cheeks. No sneaky links. I mean, that terminology is just like, oh, I've got a sneaky link. Oh, I've got my side chick. Mate, it's cringe as fuck. Like, I honestly, like, I know I'm guilty of using slang, okay? Like, cap, things like that. I use slang in my everyday, but this sort of stuff, this I find it cringe. I do find it cringe.
Look, it's UK. I live here. I was born here. I was born here. I do what I like. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay, my friend. You can walk away. I'm sick of being told by people what to do in my own country. It's ridiculous. You shut up. Don't tell me shut up.
Tell my man, shut up.
Well, I've just done it. You're already on camera now.
I'm glad New York is turning to Sharia law because a lot of you wenches have been showing way too much ankle. Now walk with me. Yes, liberals, bring Sharia law over here. I'm glad I will never have to hear hood rattery music like Cardi B ever again. Haram! I like it like that. Y'all were scared of the patriarchy, and now you're a few years away from not being able to show your elbows. You get a burqa, you get a burqa, you get...
Not gonna lie, I know this is a joke and all that. Love it. I mean, if Sharia law ever did come, if your mum out from New York, he better grow some wings quickly. He needs to see if he's flying when he gets chucked off that building. Because I don't know if they know this, but Islam's Sharia law is anti-homosexuals.
in a burqa. And enjoy your DMV government-owned grocery stores because that's exactly what y'all deserve. You thieving bandits stole so much that they started locking up the toothpaste and batteries. But under Sharia law, you're losing the hand upon which you stole. Bring in Sharia law because a lot of you potheads have gotten confused about the meaning of getting stoned. And I'm sick of y'all protesting every time somebody ethnic gets held accountable for a crime. Yeah, y'all can march right off the building. It's like y'all thought that jihad was some sort of yoga retreat. Respect to the law, respect the law.
I'm doing a comedy set on this right now. I'm working on the bits, and so I'll drop a bit of it here. Like one of them is like I lived in Malaysia, true story, and under Sharia law, if you're caught with a Muslim girl behind closed doors, you either get arrested or forced to marry him. So I was fucked with the door open, but the bit I was looking at, so you know, if someone's a good little Muslim, you know, they live their life by the Quran, all that. When they die, I think they get given 72 virgins or something, yeah? So, to them, heaven's a brothel. But I asked one of my Muslim female mates this the other day, and I was like, so what does a good female Muslim get? And she was like, oh, nothing. We're not rewarded as such. So, yeah, my bit I was joking on was like, okay, so what, you've only got to sleep with your husband once every 72 days? But yeah, it's capped.
We have been lied to for 20 years by politicians of all parties that they can cut taxes and increase public spending. They can't. And therefore they do it for electoral reasons, but ultimately...
Yeah, the one thing I hate at the moment, like, I feel like... Do you remember in school, like, school voting for, like, class president? And it was always just, like, the most random stuff, like, oh, we're going to get a day off, you know, we're not going to come into Fridays anymore. Everyone gets extra milk. It was all just cap. It was all just lies. I mean, why is politics like that? Why is it like that now? Like, surely, if you say you're going to do something, it's in your manifesto, you have to do it. Otherwise, you've just lied to everyone. Dumb it down for me, people, please.
Ultimately, it breaks the long-term fabric of the economy in this country. Income tax, national insurance and VAT. Those are the three taxes that matter. If you're going to have to put taxes up, you want to put them all up a little bit. That's the truth of it. That's what we had is because we had an electoral promise that says you can't put income tax up, you can't put VAT up, and therefore I'll make sure I put my fingers around.
Are you making a rather pointed political
You've only got national insurance, and you could only deal with half of national insurance, so you had to put that up by more than you would have done everything. It was our electoral system that means that promise was needed because they match each other, has locked the government into a straitjacket, made it unable to deal with anything that it can do at the moment, and we're all suffering. And actually what we need, and this isn't a specific party point, is we need some more honesty from our politicians, including in the run-up to elections.
I mean, the thing is, I think everyone knows. The unfortunate thing is, like, look, if a country wants to get out of debt, we have to pay more tax. And I think everyone understands that. But we want to know where it's going. Now, if you increase all our tax, but then we see, you know, we're still doing all this foreign aid, all this immigration, all this migrant stuff, of course we're going to be pissed off. Of course we're going to be pissed off. So, yeah, make it make sense.
Be honest.
Oh,
is there
fucking
one
hell,
person
this.
you wish lived closer to you? Because you know, you'd smash so bad. Share this with them and tell them.
First of all, Psycho Eyes. I hate it again. Where's the dignity? Where's the dignity? What are you doing, love? It's fucking cringe. Alright, cool. Let's do my going through the cuck comments. Might be you, might not be. Who knows? Fucking cringe. What is she doing? My God. You attract me, my princess. You. Fucking cringe. Music copyright. What am I fucking hitting? Okay, look. I don't do it. Oh, it's 5 seconds in. How? Where's the creativity here? Where's the vision? I'm done.
On Monday, the far-right, racist hate preacher,
Yeah.
who is currently on trial for allegedly refusing to comply with counter-terror police.
Allegedly. I hate that word because, do you know what I mean? Allegedly, you're a dildo, love. So from now on, everyone says dildo. Prick.
Claimed that his legal costs are being paid by Elon Musk. It is outrageous
I
that
like
a man
Elon.
who has so much control over what people read online every day could be funding someone who stokes far-right extremism on our streets. If this was Putin, the government surely would act. So will the Prime Minister commission the security services to assess the threat that Elon Musk poses to our democracy and recommend measures to this House that we can take to stop?
You know her hair was blue before that. Hey, do you know what? I'm going to drop it now. You know, fucking spoiler first time. If this makes me far right, do you know what? I'm far right. There we go. It is what it is. Fuck it. Fuck you, love, you dildo prick. Why is this? Oh, okay, cool. Just by himself and fixed himself. Okay, cool. I thought it was like the other one, like that cuck bit before. You know. No side chicks. No sneaky links. Oh, I hate the lingo. Moving on.
This is going to piss a lot of struggling black people off, but I need to say this. As a black man who has came from nothing, from the struggling side, who became into wealth, I have to say I understand why the wealthy, because I always just question, like, why the wealthy black people don't help the black people at the bottom. And as a person of wealth that's black, I kind of understand it now, right? So it's like, if I help you,
I'm going to pause this. I don't want to hear the message. I'm not going to lie. Reading the comments, like some people are like, are you hiring? And it's like, oh, ways I can help myself. I think my man's just trying to sell a course. And he's trying to do it in a fucking cap of this. So I ain't giving my man any time of day.
You fucking tiny little bitch. You lefty little cunt. You turn up to support to a girl getting fucking abused. You're looking like smack the phone out your hand. You're absolutely fine. Don't sit there anymore. I can't with anyone. Look at the state of you. You fucking crap. Keep going out there, bitch. Supporting over a 12-year-old girl getting abused. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Agree. I don't know the context behind this. I don't know the context behind this. I just see turning up against a 12-year-old in Newton. The vile left got run out of town. Yeah, I don't know the context behind this. Personal attacks never needed. I mean, look, do they all look the same? Yes. Are they all fucking weird? Yes, 100%. I don't know the context. I hope you will find out. I don't want this 3 minutes of just calling a dickhead, to be honest. Oh, here comes the Billy Bobbies. I'm not getting it. I'm not gonna lie, there is gonna come the point where policemen lined up like this, all cute, you know, fucking arms. It ain't gonna do anything anymore. People going. I mean, like, look. I know they do that too. Fucking the clips that go, "Oh, I'm far right, I'm far right." These all the all that, you know, that's also cringe. It's also cringe. Like, I don't know the context, so I ain't dropping anything. But let's see. It's starting to speak the language the whole bloody time.
Oh, we got it good now.
Run your mouth! Run your mouth, big lad! Run your mouth! Oh, always causes problems, this one does. He gets paid to go around causing problems.
I don't know if that's a myth or not, but I do actually. I do think some people are funded by some people to go to these things. That is an opinion of mine. Stephen, why has every dickhead got a camera now? Everyone tries to act like a journalist.
Stop giving shit dads credit for doing the bare minimum.
I like this guy.
And some of you desperate bitches do not even need the fucking bare minimum. I have literally seen tramps on this app smoking loud above their children's heads while they play around them. I have seen fathers screaming at their children on live because the children are asking for stuff. They are entertaining you instead of dealing with the needs of their child. And quite frankly, it fucking offends me. I don't need you all to tell me that I'm an amazing dad. I know it. But what I don't want to see is you people giving credit to shit dads for doing this kind of fucking bullshit. Right? This is one of the hardest jobs in the world. And you know what defines me as a great dad? It isn't walking 9 miles to work, 8 hours on a building site, 9 miles back. It isn't fucking sitting there and taking my daughter to MMA classes after those fucking long days at work. It isn't sitting there listening to boyfriend troubles, social problems, educational problems. All of this is the bare minimum. You know why? That child didn't ask me to bring her into this world. Neither did her other 2 sisters. That is my job. What defines me as a great dad is the ability to be able to look at myself, take accountability for my actions, and understand that even as a grown man, I might be getting shit wrong. So I need to listen. That is a great dad. Stop giving...
I got so much time for this guy. Roadman to real man. I give him so much credit. He knows he's not perfect, but he does what he can, does the best for his kids. And yet you don't just go online. I mean, you know, like, oh, look how amazing and pious I am. Give me my online attention.
He is fucking tired. When he goes to work, someone needs him. When he comes home, someone needs him. There are the kids that need him. Family needs him. Friends need him. He is the one fixing every single fucking thing in everyone's lives. He's the person that picks up all the fucking pieces. He's the person everyone will come to, speak to. But the fucking moment this guy needs anyone, no one's fucking there to hear his voice. He is fucking exhausted, he's fucking drained, he's sick and fucking tired of picking up all the fucking shit from everyone and never ever having one fucking person to call, speak to, or even be honest with. Because when he does, the worst gets used against him, he gets told to fucking man up, or he is fucking weak. And you fucking wonder why this man is silent and why he is battling an internal battle on his own and doesn't want to open up to you, because you will just use it in the next fucking argument.
Yeah, she's a real one. I mean, that one hit a little bit, can't lie. Yeah, we've all got our own internal demons, and I always remember, like, in my last relationship, like, near the end of it, I just didn't want to moan to anything because it'd be used 10 minutes later in an argument against me. I like her. They all look the same. Yeah, that's what I never said. The left used to always be the working class. Yeah, used to represent the average person. Who do these Dinlos represent? The glass might be softer over here. Wallets.
Imagine that because you don't have a mate and you don't have any friends and you don't have a job and you don't do anything productive with your time, etc., that you're kind of a loser. And what does that mean? It means compared to other people, you're not doing very well. Hyper-competent people have their lives together on all those fronts and they're thriving in all those domains. And you are at the bottom of the hierarchy where everything has fallen apart and you're barely clinging to the edge of the world. There's a mechanism that sets your perceived security and utility, a marker for that. The lower you are in the hierarchy, which is the more unstable your life is, the less serotonin your brain produces, and that makes you hypersensitive to negative emotion and suppresses positive emotion. And so true depression, which isn't having a terrible life, true depression would be a mismatch between your actual competence and your self-perceived competence. Imagine that because you...
We come in peace. We come in peace.
Mars attack.
We come in peace. We come in peace.
They came in peace. Great film. Such a silly but great film.
I mean, you saw Keir Starmer on stage the other day. Where was he at that progressive conference in London, saying that he realised this is a battle for the soul of the country. I mean, this has put the government on notice. The Prime Minister is terrified of Tommy Robinson's rallies. And so to say, oh, they don't have...
No, there was demeanour, put him down.
Effect. What it is a form of psychological warfare, essentially. Kind of the Rorschach position of, no, we're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with us, actually. You know, like, there isn't a politician in Britain that could have got half that number of people on the streets anywhere in this country. And yet Tommy Robinson can be like, yeah.
You say politician, I couldn't even name one celebrity that could have done it. Could have got that many people on the streets. Inaugurations, everything like that. Never been that many people.
We're out. And that's it. And it was huge. And you can see that it just put the shiver of fear down their spines. And now they don't really know how to move. But you'll notice that they're all desperately trying to claim to be patriots now. You'll notice that patriotism is now the frame in which they will have to try and operate. And that's great. That's changed the moral foundation of internationalism and foreign good to, oh no, these things are actually all native. Trust us, bro. So we're actually dictating the terms of the conversation now. These rallies have been...
But they've lost the trust.
And we should keep doing it. I mean, you saw...
So you preferred your pronouns to be they and them. They, them.
You
need me to explain how to use that? Nope, because I'm not going to.
Love her. Why is there no bacon? Wait, I like bacon on my breakfast. Why is there no bacon? Oh, wait. Oh, if you know, you know. No, it's yam, you know. Where's the bacon? Any pork? Any pork whatsoever.
Here's when you know your woman no longer wants to be with you. If she's making excuses to not sleep with you, That woman already has made it up in her mind that you are so repulsive to her, she's gonna have...
Isn't that right, Chad? That's right, Chad. Let's go, Chad. I fucking hate it. I hate it, like... Ooh, bros, all that. I think mental health, these guys are just as fucking bad. Like, just be a normal Don.
As many excuses as possible to not sleep with you. Oh, babe, I just have a headache. No, I don't feel good. Oh, it's that time of the month. Oh, babe, I'm exhausted. I had work all day. Oh, it's a full moon tonight. You know how I get during the full moon, babe. At that point, just leave her. Because when a woman has no sexual desire for you left, there is nothing you can do at that point. And the worst thing you guys can do, and a lot of guys do this, is they'll start begging the woman and basically negotiating to sleep with her. And you're making it...
That's
10
prostitution.
times worse. If a woman doesn't want to rip my clothes off the second I walk through that fucking door, I want nothing to do with her. Because the last thing I'm going to be doing is begging for sex from a woman. That is the last thing I will ever do.
Isn't that right, Chad? What do you think, Chad? I agree, Chad.
There's this idea that people with no friends or people that don't have many friends are the problem because they can't keep friends. But I don't think that's always true. I think a lot of these people are free thinkers and they're not just going to go along with what their friends think. I think a lot of these people have strong beliefs and values that can't be ignored to please their friends, and I think these people have boundaries and they don't just let people walk all over them or treat them shitty.
Yeah, 100%
just
about that.
because that's how their friend usually.
I've got probably hundreds of acquaintances. I've probably got about actual 3 or 4 friends, and that's all I need. Do you know what I mean? Ones I can call right now and they'll answer. Like that's all you need. You don't need a lot of friends in life. Just, you know what I mean? You need your core team. You know what I mean? You need your 5-a-side. That's all you need in life.
Okay, so if men don't approach women anymore, then how to tell if a guy wants to be approached by a girl? Do you guys give out like little signals, or you just make eye
You make bird noises.
contact, or you just stare at people? Like, what do you do? Let me know in comments.
Oh, sweetie. You and your girlies just aren't getting it, are you? Look, you're asking a reasonable question, but here's the answer that you need to hear.
I'm ready.
Men aren't giving signals or making eye contact or doing anything at all.
Oh.
Because they
I've been
aren't
doing it wrong then.
interested in being approached by you anymore. Any more than they are in approaching you. Y'all didn't just burn your bridges with men. You napalmed them and then decided to drop nukes as well. You told men to go away. You told them you didn't want them.
Go away, but I don't want you to go away. Like, it's weird like that. I do this. I try and go. I know nothing about women. Like, I just do me, to be honest. I ain't got the formula.
Didn't need them. And then when that wasn't enough, you weaponized Me Too and started making false allegation after false allegation everywhere. And then you decided to make videos accusing men of doing things and trying to dox them and destroy them because somehow that makes you strong and independent. And men have seen and heard all of that and more. We've seen how delusional, how toxic, and how vicious women have become. We've seen you double down on that toxicity and viciousness every chance you get if you think it will get you clicks, likes, and validation online.
Also, it's all about the online. It was like, you see all them gym ones, it's like, oh my god, this guy was staring at me at the gym, but do you know what I mean? As long as I get the 1,000 likes and stuff online. I mean, I always do my comedy skits. Like, have you ever wondered what a guy looks like, the person who stares at someone in the gym? Me. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm gonna look. Do you know what I mean? If your ass is hanging out, I'm gonna look. If someone flops their tits out in the public, I'm gonna take a look. I don't care. Like, so what?
Think it will get you cred with the coven. Sorry, we're done. Done dealing with all that. Done dealing with all of you. Women today are all risk and literally no reward. And that's why we aren't approaching you, nor do we want you approaching us. We're done with your silly little games. Done with your double standards. Done with you. So the answer to your question is, there are no signals. Because we don't want you.
Not gonna lie, I'm still gonna do my bird signal. I think it works. Gonna double down on that one, I'm afraid, my friend. And that's enough we've got for. Cheers, guys.